So here we are, lesson 8. Okay, that's 8 lessons I have jam-packed in with you guys. Now, you might think 8 lessons is not a lot of lessons. Well, it is in fact a lot of lessons because I'm jamming in a lot of information in these lessons, although they are short. This would take a long time for most people to pick up all this information, okay? And having students running half an hour a week, it's all relies on the practice that the student does. If the student doesn't practice, the information is lost forever. So you must cement it into your brain. For example, last lesson, the 12-bar blues, you should have gone over that repeatedly, over and over again. Looked up some songs online in the key of E. I believe we did it in the key of E last lesson. Today I'll show you quickly in the key of A, another version of it. And look into it more and play along with other songs and listen to the 12-bar blues. Try and learn more about it. There's a lot of work you have to do on your end as well. Research is key. There's a wealth of information out there on the internet. I'm showing you the basics and the foundation, and it's your job to extend on that. Don't just leave it and just learn that and that's it. You'll be a boring guitarist. You must learn as many songs as you can, okay? So without wasting any more time, I'll get my guitar. We're gonna run through some of the previous lessons and let's see where you're at. If you can keep up with me, you're doing very well, and continue on with the way you're practicing. If not, if you're falling a little behind, revise some of the lessons, go through them. They're only 5 minutes each, 10 minutes each at the most, it's not long. Go through them again, retain some of the information and research some more information on your own. The more you cement it in, the more it'll become second nature. Okay, back shortly. Okay, so to get things started, first thing we're going to do is going to run through the finger exercise, which was one of the bonus lessons as I said earlier. Okay, so follow me along at the same pace. If you can't keep up, slow down with the YouTube settings. If it's too slow for you, speed up the YouTube settings and play along with it that way. I'll come in close, you can see my left hand, how that moves, and more importantly, you'll see the picking hand and how it's mounted. So here we go. Okay, so just quickly to recap, this is the left hand, so don't play along just yet. Okay, we're going to use the tips of our fingers where possible, get close to the frets as you can. That's the left hand. Now, I'm going to come in so you can see my right hand, my picking hand, so you can see how that's mounted. I will always maintain some contact with the guitar body. This helps me stay steady and stops my hand from getting lost. The idea is I don't want to look at my left hand, my right hand, sorry, I want to look at my left hand. Okay, so here we go. Keep up at the same pace or speed or slow down the video as needed. Here we go. Down again. If you kept up with that exercise at this pace that I just played and it sounds exactly the same, that is to say it's not short blasty notes, it's nice, long, continuous notes, then you did very well. If not, keep at it, keep practicing, keep polishing it up till it sounds nice and smooth, okay? These are the goals you should set for yourself with this finger exercise to get the most value out of it, okay? And don't just stop. So you go from the bottom to the top, back to the bottom. Once you've done that, step up a fret and start again. Up, down, step up a fret, start again, okay? This will give your fingers a really good workout. It's very effective and it will make a huge difference. But it's important you learn how to use your fingers in the larger frets as well as the smaller frets and see how they react in those smaller spaces. So the finger exercise has loads of value, okay? And we will build on it, we'll change it, we'll do things, we'll change it up. But like I said before, it's a great communication skill. Me being able to say to you, get in that position, 3, 2, 4, 1. I can pass on information a lot faster to you, whether I can see you or not. Okay, moving on. Now we're going to run through the chords real quick. I'll show you my left hand this time, so you can change along with that. So quickly, through the chords, starting off, A, D, E, E minor, A minor, D minor, B7, and G. If you have all those chords, you've done very well. And also the F chord. If you're still struggling with the F chord, don't worry, it is a difficult one, it will take time. And of course the major bar chord. Now what I'd like to do is show you a 12-bar blues in the key of A. The 12-bar blues we learned in the last lesson was in the key of E. Therefore, it belongs to the E family, so to speak. So when we say a song is in the key of something, it means it's within that key. So everything to do with the E family, so to speak, sounds that belong to E will go well with that. You'll understand more later on. I will show you some more information with the blues, such as improvising, making up melodies to go over the top of the blues pattern, soloing, things like that, and you'll see what it means. But for now, just know that you're playing in the key of E if you're doing the last lesson, and if you're doing this lesson's 12-bar blues, it'll be in the key of A. Now, I'm going to show you a different way to play it. It's a lot more fun. It's different. It's not difficult, but it is different to what you've done so far, so be prepared for that. Okay, cut there. So again, this is in the key of A, and it's a different pattern, the way it's played, but the timing is the same. So the counting from last lesson, 16 for the first chord, 8 for the second, and so forth. So follow that same pattern. I'll play through it, and you'll see what I mean. But firstly, I have to show you how to play this different pattern. So here's what it sounds like, okay? And the way it's counted is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and change. So it's something different, okay? Including the way the fingers are held. Now, you've been learning so far to keep your fingertips on the strings using your tips. Now we're going to do something different. We're going to keep our finger a little bit straighter, and the idea is to cover the remaining strings. So what we're playing is, I'm going to come in close and show you, so don't stress. But at the moment, I want you to understand why I'm doing the things I'm doing. So my finger's going to be kept straight because I won't be playing all the strings as we do with other chords. I'm only going to be playing 2. Okay, so this is the A example. And you get a different sound. I'll come in close and show you. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing on the 4th string, 2, 3, 4. Not quite with the tip of my finger, more with the front face. Now, just leave a mark, you can see where I'm pressing. I'm not pressing with the tip, I'm pressing with the front sort of part. The reason I do that is because I want to mute the remaining 3 strings below. So that if I were to bump into them, you wouldn't hear them. And I'm only playing the 5th string and the 4th string that I pressed. And I'm not playing these 3. So I mute them with the rest of my finger. So that's my first part of that little pattern. Now the second part is I stretch over my 3rd finger or smaller finger if you can't reach. That's normal. Okay, but I will use my 3rd. And I press the same string, 4th string, and I get a different sound. So the whole pattern is 2 of these and 2 of these. Okay, so fingers are straight. It's a different feeling, so you're not used to it. It's going to take a while. If you do it like this, you might bump into the other strings and get a horrible sound. So this is the reason why I do it. I think if I explain why I do it, there's more chance that you'll copy it. If you can find another way, that's great. But that's the goal. The goal is to mute the bottom strings and only play these 2 strings. Okay, so this will now be called A. If you look carefully, it is technically just the top part of the A chord. That's why it's still called A. It's not A major or A minor. It's just A. It's actually A5 if you want to get technical, but we'll just call it A for now. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the count. Now the great thing about this is the D is simply just move down like this. And that would be the second chord, and then back to the A. And the final chord that you need to learn is E, which is the same pattern again, just move up. D. Quite a simple pattern. So there you have it. That was the 12-bar blues in the key of A. Last lesson we did the key of E. This lesson was the key of A. So if you're a little bit confused and wondering what am I talking about when I say the key of A or it's in the family of A. Okay, why is this important? It's important to know because later on when you start to learn scales and improvising, so someone will be playing the backing, the rhythm section, like you learned today. Someone could put a melody over the top and go, okay, now in order for me to play that melody, I have to know what key the rhythm guy is playing in. He's playing in the key of A, therefore I will play a scale in the key of A. This is where it becomes important. If we're playing in different keys, it will sound uneasy. It'll sound wrong. So simple formulas. The scale is simple too, and I will teach you in a future lesson, and we'll build on that as well. But for now, concrete those chords into your brain. Go and learn many, many songs. With the chords that you know so far, you can learn loads and loads more songs. So, and if you do get stumped and you find a new chord that you don't know, look it up, you'll find it. Okay, but for now, please work on these things. Keep on the finger exercise and everything that we went over today, and I will see you at the next lesson.